Oscar by the time this is over. Their second album is out, American Teenage Rock and Roll Machine. The Donnas join us. So let's start by introducing everybody. Right here to my left, Donna A., whose name is Brett Anderson, who is on vocals. Next to her, Tori Castellano, who is Donna C., who plays the drums. Next to her, Maya Ford, who's Donna F., who plays the bass. And finally, last but not least, the big Jerry Springer fan I found out, Donna R.
Hi.
Allison Robertson.
How's it going?
It's going great. Who is the guitarist? Well, let's start with how you guys formed now. You guys got together in the 8th grade?
Yeah. We were in the 8th grade, and like it was the cool thing for everyone to be in bands. And so they had this like lunchtime show, and so we just...
Let's move this up a little bit closer so we can hear you a little bit better.
Like a month before the show, and then we just all kind of picked up our instruments and played.
And how did it go? How did it go the first gig?
It was all right.
It was really embarrassing, but some people said we were the best band.
Which was crazy.
I'm sorry, which was
kind of crazy because the bands had been together for like, the other bands had been together for like maybe a little longer, like months.
They would only say it secretly to us, like when we were alone. They were like, yeah, you were the best band.
But not in public. Well, how did the boys treat you? Because there's this whole sexist thing about how rock and roll is a guy's thing, and you know.
Well, yeah, it is. Well, I mean, it was where we went to school. Yeah.
Which was?
Palo Alto High School and Jordan Middle School in Palo Alto. So in middle school, it was like that's almost why we started the band. Because Maya and I were playing, but we weren't really, we didn't have a whole band. We didn't have a drummer or singer, but we were like, it's not fair. It's all boys playing at the show, next week. Let's get a drummer and a singer and just have a band just to show them. And we thought it would be more messy than it was, and it actually turned out to be much cooler.
Okay, so your first band was called what, Raggedy Ann?
Well, yeah, that's what we were called, but the very first show we were actually called Screen, like, TV Screen or something. We thought it was like interesting, but we were wrong.
It means nothing, but it sounds interesting.
Yeah, exactly. We picked it because it meant nothing and nobody could make fun of it, because we were really afraid of, we really were made fun of a lot, or teased for being in a band, so we were hoping that name was like, the easiest to kind of be undercover and,
Okay, well, you are getting the last laugh because you're in the movie Jawbreakers. Why don't you tell me about that? Let's give Maya a shot here to talk. So tell me about Jawbreaker. You guys are playing the prom scene?
Yeah.
Glad I gave you a chance to talk to her. So tell me about the movie. Who's in it? Pam Grier's in it?
Yeah, plays the detective, and Marilyn Manson's in it. He has like a lurid little scene with Rose McGowan.
I heard Marilyn Manson asked you guys for an autograph.
Yeah, he did. He came into our trailer, but he didn't say much.
He was kind of sad looking. He was quiet.
We had to like get him to talk by like asking him questions and stuff. And Twiggy was there too.
Stupid because we didn't take pictures.
Yeah, we totally
all had
forgot.
And he left and we're like, ah!
Listen, if you guys can hang out, I want to find out a little bit more of the rock and roll dirt from the Rock and Roll Girls, the Donnas. We'll be back with more Mornings on 2 right after this.
Just let me hear some of that rock and roll. Any way you choose, it's got a back.
Disparaging remarks about me while I can't say anything. Sitting over there, no camera on me or anything, talking about being an old guy. It's 12 minutes after 8 o'clock. Brian Copeland is out there this morning at Cafe Brioni.
Cafe Baroni. Cafe Baroni.
Yeah.
You could say Brioni.
Well, I'm thinking, I guess...
Cafe Brioni.
Brioni's a suit.
You've been hanging around Willie Brown in a suit too much, I
Exactly.
think.
Just go with it, will you, Brian?
Well, I'm out here, you're talking about, I'm out here with some very young folks out here with the Donnas, a rock and roll band from right here in Palo Alto, 18 and 19 years old. They got a movie coming out, Jawbreaker, on Friday. Now, I tell you, I went on the internet last night and was checking out. You guys got like 3 or 4 fan sites.
Yeah.
What are your fans like? Your audience is like all guys. They're all like teenage boys, aren't they?
They're not very many teenage boys.
They're totally insane.
I know. We really want more girls. More girls.
And more hot teenage
The
boys.
teenage boys dress up in cow outfits and wear kiss makeup.
Yeah, we've got some crazy fans.
Totally insane.
They send us really great Thanksgiving cards.
Oh, now tell me about deranged. You say deranged. In what way? You don't have like stalkers.
Cow outfits. Like cows with slippers on, like actual bedroom slippers.
To our shows.
Yeah.
Like with udders and everything.
Cow with udders.
Yeah.
They call themselves the Kiss Cows.
Yeah. And they come to all our shows down south.
And they have a band called the Donalds.
Yeah.
They covered this song that we did that was like an ad for an album, but they covered it. They were like, I'll bet you can't guess what song we're gonna cover.
Well, let me tell folks about the album again. It's called American Teenage Rock and Roll Machine, your second album. You guys are going in the studio to record your third album.
Yeah, he'll be here to talk about his comedy show. He's really funny.
I've got to wrap it up. Thank you so much for being
here. What do you mean?
Well, because we're out of time. I'm just going to clean up, and then I'll get back to the rest of the news.
Okay, wait. Can I flip through here? Shuffle the papers at the end. You know how they do that?
Yeah.
Like they take them on.
We will look
be right
ahead
back
to the
in a minute.
CFCN News at 5 and 6.
Coming along here in a minute.
Here's a look at last night's winning lottery numbers.
An American man goes head-to-head with a Canadian man in a record-breaking roller coaster ride. The ups and downs of that one in a moment. But first, a look at what we're working on for the 5 and 6.
And after all the rain we've had, the mosquitoes are more of a problem than usual. The city says it needs more money to deal with those nasty critters. And finally this afternoon, if you were amazed by the 7 people who rode the giant wheel the entire duration of the stampede, you better check out this story.
College professor from the States has been riding a roller coaster for a month now, and he has no plans to get off until he breaks a world record. He's challenging a man, yes, from Canada. John Thorin has that story. We've had a while.